Today, we're going to be talking about generating leads inside of Command. And the way that we're going to do that is we are going to actually create Facebook ads inside of Command. And by doing that, our costs per lead goes from $10 per lead, which is the average standard for the area. And when I say area, I mean real estate, to $1.90 per lead. That's a pretty distinct savings by using Command. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go inside of Command. Let me open up Chrome. I'm going to go to, first I'm going to hide this. I'm going to go to agent.kw.com. We're going to log into Command. So we are now inside of Command. And I'm going to go, let me turn on my cursor. See, it's easier to see my cursor when I have this on.
I got you. That's cool how you have that little effect when you pull stuff down. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. I'm going to go down to the campaigns button, which is a little megaphone inside of Command. Accept cookies. And when you come in, you might not have this dashboard yet. It takes the first paid campaign for you to do to be able to have this come up. And that's okay. So right now it shows me my connected channel. So I have Facebook connected, Twitter, and email. This is Google. I do not have Google connected because Google ads usually cost a bunch of money compared to what we're willing to spend inside of Facebook.
Okay. Hey, Blake,
Yep.
When you said this will appear with your first paid campaign,
yep.
Meaning what? Does that mean like a Facebook campaign? Or
yeah, so it means you've paid for one of the campaigns in what we're about to go over.
Okay.
So there's a couple different ways that you can pay for a campaign, but I always recommend Facebook. That's what all of Keller Williams recommends.
Okay.
But there's different options for you. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on create a new campaign. Actually, you know what? The first thing, let's go to payments. If I click on this payments button, it's going to bring up my credit card information that I've inputted in here to be able to pay for my campaigns. And then once I start paying for campaigns, it's going to show my ad spend metrics on what I spend on. So Facebook is the majority, followed by Instagram, and then nothing on Twitter, nothing on Command Email or MailChimp or Google AdWords or Real Mailers. And Real Mailers is our direct mail pieces that we send in the physical mail.
Like postcards?
Yes, like postcards, yep.
Okay.
I smell something burning.
Uh-oh.
Someone's using that toaster oven again. We gotta get rid of that thing. But anyways, it breaks down my ad spend metrics, which is great for tracking when I'm doing my business budget. But here's my credit card, last 4 digits. Don't steal it, please.
Nope.
And then now I can click on create a new campaign. If I need to add a new credit card in here, I can click add payment method and I can put this in here. And then it'll add it in there. So I'm gonna click create a new campaign and it's gonna give me a choice. And it says if it's paid or not right underneath it. See where it says social ad paid?
Yes.
And then search ad paid. So this is a Google and this is a Facebook.
Okay.
This is also a social media post that's free because it's your scheduler. If you want to schedule posts, you can create a whole year's worth of content in your social media and just launch it and Command will post it for you. And that way you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year.
Wow.
It's super nice. Direct mail, these are our postcards, and then email. We're going to focus on social ads because this is going to be the direct connection for new leads getting fed into your database. So I'm going to click social ad and it's going to ask me what the name of the campaign is, and the name is required. So I'm going to call this, today's the 9th. And then there are three goals in here that create the best turnout. That's advertise listing, attract listing, and attract buyers. Those are the three that have the highest standout.
Okay.
Advertise listing, attract listing, and attract buyers.
Okay.
So I'm going to attract a listing because this market, we need more listings. We just don't have
Okay.
enough. And then I'm going to scroll down. It says find sellers who are looking for agents who can sell their home, which is saying attract agents. And where do we want our campaign to run? I can choose the 3 that I have connected, but I'm just going to focus on Facebook. And I'm focusing on Facebook because the area I market in is better versed with Facebook than they are with Instagram. They may be okay with Twitter, but Twitter is a 5-second news cycle. And what that means is that every 5 seconds, it refreshes and new stuff pops up. So it's very hard to be seen on Twitter, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's mainly used for maybe news, looking at the news now. So I just focus on Facebook. I'm going to click Set Up Campaign. All right, once I click Set Up Campaign, a little window popped up that it's just cropping my business logo. Sorry, my business logo. And that is just required because we're going to have to put our business logo in the photos that we have. That's our brokerage logo. And when we pop in, we have a new thing here, this purple box. This is going to be a walkthrough tutorial of setting up a campaign for Facebook. So I'm going to skip this because we're physically doing it right now. Yes, okay. Stop. Go away. Go away. I don't
Can you
want to.
take that? Do you have to, if you're going to do that tutorial, that you have to do the Facebook campaign at that same time?
No, no.
Okay.
You just, there's a next button in there and you just click the next button and
Okay.
it'll take you through the steps. You don't have to do it.
Okay.
Like today, we're going to actually physically walk through up to the point where I'm going to say publish the campaign because that's when they would charge my credit card.
Okay, good. Because yeah, I'd like to practice, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So the first thing we did is we named it and we gave it a goal, and that's what drops down right here. And now I'm going to go to the listing. I'm going to click add a listing and a new box pops up and it shows no records found. And that's because currently it's showing only my listings and I don't have any. That's
Mhm.
why nothing's showing up for me. Yep. You can use other listings to attract a listing.
Okay.
Yep. 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 So Trisha was asking, how are you attracting a listing if you're using a listing? And that's you are using somebody else's listing to do it. And usually what I'll do is inside the office, I'll just ask permission. Hey, can I advertise your property? No one has ever said no to advertising their property. So please reach out because it's a courtesy to say, hey, is it okay if I advertise your listings? Any listing that Nicole Mantha has, she said that anybody can advertise or list or to promote. So I do know that's a blanket statement and she'll always allow that. But since I don't have any listing, I'm going to click show and I'm going to switch to all listings. And honestly, I could show anywhere in the country if I wanted to. And this one's out of the country. But I'm going to look for Inglewood, Florida. Yeah, it's best if you have an idea what you want to list. So I would go into the MLS, pick one out, and then come into the command to choose it.
Oh, pick it out first. Okay.
Yeah, I would pick it out. It just makes it easier. I'm looking for. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Well, we'll be back. Sorry, Debbie.
It's okay. I didn't know. I thought, oh my God, there's a fire or something.
Hey, it could have been almost.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'm just looking. Yeah, there's not a ton of stuff. That's Englewood, New Jersey. Ugh. Okay, so I'm just going to choose one now. I'm going to choose this. Even though this is not our agent, we're going to pretend that it is our agent.
Okay.
So I'm going to select this one. It's for 1.125 million. Looks like it's a commercial property. It is.
Oh, I know that one. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's a medical building. Okay, so we'll use this. I'm going to close this up. So that's how I just selected a listing from inside there, and it applied everything from the MLS into the listing configuration itself. So I selected it. I can change the listing here if I want to, but I'm going to leave this in here the way that it is. And now I'm going to click Add Text. And I'm going to look at the main copy. The main copy right now is pretty boring. It wouldn't make me want to click on anything. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to delete this totally. And you want to have about 1 to 2 sentences at the most in this main copy. And the main copy appears right here. So I'm going to get rid of that. Let's think of something snappy, something good. Let's see. Hmm?
Which listing you want to use to attract them? What is a good basis to go by?
I would choose a listing. So the question was, how do you know what listing to choose to attract a listing? I would use a listing that's similar to what you want to sell. So if you want to do single family homes in the $400,000, look for a single family home in the $400,000 range to show that you can advertise that type of property. And that's really what I would do. So right now I'm showing a commercial property that is 1.125 million. And that's maybe what I want to specialize in. So now I'm trying to think of a main copy. This is really, honestly, ad copy is an art form. I suggest getting a book called The Copywriter's Bible. And that will teach you how to make more enticing statements in short sentences, quickly. And that way it'll just be easier for you to understand the methods of trying to write it. Because a lot of the times you're going to see copy out there, you're like, I don't even want to click on this because it's just boring. It's just words. Make it snappy, make it appeal to somebody's emotion, and they'll click on it more so. So my first line in here was fallen and can't get up. I'm trying to evoke the memories and thoughts about their elderly people in their lives. Thinking, well, what if my grandmother fell and couldn't get up? What if my mom fell and couldn't get up? I want them to think about that. And my next sentence is going to be the answer to that question I posed. So fallen and can't get up, this medical So I wouldn't actually post this. I'd actually take about a couple hours to think about what I'm going to write. I want it to be good. But right now, it's fallen, can't get up. This medical building is perfect for that place. All right. The medical building is the perfect place for that to happen. It's short, it's sweet. People aren't going to spend time reading it. It's just a quick scan and they can see it. That's really the point you want to get across in ad copy. You might want to add emojis as well in here. Emojis cause people to stop scrolling. I don't know why, but they do. Whenever I see an emoji, I go, oh, what's this about? So I'm going to click this there's a little face in the corner that pops up the emojis. And after I click it, it pops in there.
Hey, now Blake,
Yes.
would we do this on our professional Facebook page, or could we do
Yep.
it on?
Yep. We're going to talk about that. We're going to come down there.
Okay,
So I added a couple emojis, and the headline is this right here. So this line is the headline. And I'm going to say, let's see. So I wrote a headline, need an office or a doctor? We have both. And then down below, it says description. You can put up to 250 words if you want, or characters. All I'm going to do is tell them to click this button. This is my call to action button. So this is really my call to action statement. And I'm going to tell them, I'm going to give them a command actually to I'm going to say click the learn more button now. And I've capitalized every letter except for the in this sentence because I'm treating it as another headline. I'm giving a command, click the learn more button now. Well, telling them to click that button. And I can put another emoji in here if I want to. I don't know how skiing and now go together. Oh, I know, arrow. So I put a little, the arrow emoji to point the direction of where they should click. You want to lead them to it. Give them the whole trail, then spoon feed it to them. So once I've put my ad text in here, I'm going to click Save Ad Text. And it automatically brings you down to here, which I don't like because I'm going to go to Add Media next. It says it's completed because this picture is in here, but what if I don't like that picture? I'm going to click on Configure, and I can click Add More, and it's going to show me all of the photos from the MLS, so I can choose more. And you want to have about 3 photos altogether. I like to go exterior, interior, exterior. So it's an interior sandwich. So I already have an exterior. I'm gonna look for an interior. There's no interior, which is not unnormal for commercial buildings. So I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna do one more exterior. And I like this street placement one, because that way they can tell if they're driving, they see where it is on the road. So I selected it and click preview and crop. It's loading it up now. And now I have space to move this little blue box around. So I'm moving it. I want as much, I don't need so much sky space in here. So I could even make this a little bit smaller and still get the point across. Then I'll click Save Image. And now this ad over here on the right side is going to carousel between the two. The DBA logo, so that was the box that popped up the very first thing after I click create the ad. Sometimes that box won't pop up for you, and if it doesn't, you can come down here and put your DBA, your Market Center DBA logo in there. And then you're going to choose where you want that position to be, either on the left-hand side, which is going to show up here, or the right-hand side, which shows up here. And there's another little set of words in here, and that says each office is independently owned and operated. That's my ownership statement. So I'm going to
where
make
do we
sure
get
that's
that, Blake? Where do we get that DBA logo? Do we create it?
if you click on this link here,
Yeah.
that will take you to it and
Okay.
help you find it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And the ownership statement you'll be able to type in here, and that's usually each office is independently owned and operated. And then I'd click Save Ad Media. I can also, inside of Ad Media, I can add a video if I wanted to, or if I click Add More, I can click Add Images and upload my own image if I want to. So if I were to be designing a holiday set of listing generations or buyer generations, I could create pictures with holiday themes and upload it using the Add More button and then Add Images. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go to Facebook ad now, and I'll click Configure. And this is where what you were asking earlier, Deb, about using your professional Facebook page. You are required to use your business Facebook page. Your account will be your personal account, but your page that you have created through your personal account will be your business page. So you see I have my business name right here, Blake Whitbold, Realtor, Keller Williams, Realty Gold. And now it has me as sponsoring it.
Could you have a separate business account too, or no?
No, nope. You should not have a separate business account.
Yeah.
Okay,
You should only have your personal account, and then you make a business page. And then I scroll down to destination. So it's asking me, where do I want to send people after I have them click on the Learn More button? And you have a couple different options. The first thing is, first we need that lead. So it's going to ask us, do we want to use the Facebook lead generation form? Yes, you do. Or do you just want to take them to a site or landing page? You're going to use the lead generation form. It automatically fills it out for them using the information that they have set up their Facebook page with. So it fills in their name, their phone number, and email address. You don't. But they're logging in, so it's active. And they have to use a phone number if they're using their messenger. So
They might be old information when I see it might be way back in the day. So
but you had to use a real email address to activate it. So it is a real email address. So phone number, I can't guarantee, but email is real because their account exists. We want to use the lead generation form, and it'll automatically fill it out for you or for them. And then it's going to send them to a site or landing page afterwards. So the call to action button, we leave it at Learn More, but there are two different other options, sign up or apply now. We're not a mortgage company, and we are not a property management company, so they're not applying for anything. Sign up, maybe if you were advertising a newsletter, you could do a sign up, but we're not. We're advertising a listing right now. So we're just going to do Learn More. And then the follow-up destination URL, what I like to do is I'll go into my Command website, and I'll go, what's the address on this again? 2061 Englewood Road. Oops. No, we have nothing. Yeah. So I would choose a listing, and I think it's because a commercial listing, it's not showing up in my website really in here. I don't know why. But I would pull this up because this is it right here, this medical building. I'd pull it up, I'd click on it, I'd find it on here. And then I'm just going to copy and paste this URL up here. We're pretending that this is it. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back into Command. And my follow-up destination, it automatically puts in the HTTPS, so be careful. Gotta go to the front here. and delete this HTTPS so it makes it a real web page. Or you could create a landing page directly for that listing. It's really up to you and what you want to do. But I like to send them to my website, so in case they want to search anything, they can. So I always send them to my website. Ad targeting. I'm going to use custom settings. So I turn that on. And it's going to ask me, do I want to target my database, or do I want to target my custom audience, or do I want to do both? So targeting a database is going to be anybody who has set up their Facebook with the same email that's in your database is going to see your ad, basically. Targeting a custom audience, you will set parameters and it'll show up to those people within those parameters. I can now see the full beam of light from the smoke. So the location, I could be advertising anywhere in the United States, but I can only do one location at a time. So if it's Inglewood, I want to advertise around, but I actually want to advertise in Sarasota. Come on. There you go. And I'm going to do about 30 miles. So right now it's, imagine a pin being dropped in the middle of Sarasota and then a 30-mile radius around it.
But why would you do that? Why would you only target Sarasota? Because especially since there's a place we go into all the time.
You don't have to. I'm targeting Sarasota right now because this is a commercial property. But if you're doing a home, you could target snowy states. You could target Midwest, wherever you want to. So you're from New York, so you could target New York. You could do, oh my gosh, New York City, the Bronx. Yeah, just in when you're creating a campaign, you can only do one per campaign. You can do multiple campaigns though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I would do the same property, just different, or everything the same except for a different location. But your radius wise will cover a lot of distance. So I'm just going to use New York City as an example. If you did a radius of 30 miles, you're going to hit every area of that city almost. Right?
Yeah.
So, but if you went to, I would do like another location probably from another state. Maybe I would do Michigan, and then I do a radius of 30 miles around the big cities. So now I'm going to go down to expert targeting. You're going to want at least 15 different interests in here. Oh yeah, yep. It's going to widen the search parameters and the amount of people that could possibly see it. And when I click that, all the interests that you can use have popped up in a list. At one time, we used to be able to laser focus it to like income level, education level, but that's discrimination. Yep. So we can't do that anymore. All we can do is use interests. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm just going to start searching for things. So like investment. Give it a second to load up. So now let's see, I want real estate investment trust, real estate investment club, investment. I'm going to search for mortgage, mortgage loan, mortgage calculator, mortgage broker. I'm going to search for Zillow, those evil, evil Zillows. You're going to choose Zillow, not Premier Agent Zillow and Trulia. I'm going to choose Realtor.com. Realtor.com, not Realtor.com Pro. And I'm going to make sure that Trulia is also selected. Trulia. What else can I, ooh, let's do luxury. No, but a luxury buyer could look for investment properties. So I'm going to say luxury property, luxury vehicle. I'm going to type in business. business, no, not home business, but small business. Save. So I have about 12 in here. You want at least 15 to be able to match the highest records or the highest amount of people that you can. They used to show you the amount of people that had this interest. I could narrow the audience too by clicking the, if I said, I think this is, so if it's art, I'm just testing something here. Okay. So if I click on narrow audience, these people now, it has an and must also. So these are or and statements are different. So when searching for people, they must like real estate investment trusts or real estate investment club or investment or mortgage loans. But with the and statement, they must like realtor.com and agriculture. So it's narrowed the audience very finely now. So you can put the ands in there, but that's up to you. I like to leave it at ors. Yep. So I'm just gonna. Oh, yeah. Yes. On the front desk computer, the label on the top is the password.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. So I just deleted the narrow audience. I'm going to click Save Facebook Ad. Then I'm going to come to duration and budget. So this recommendation is pretty much spot on. You want to spend about $30 for 10 days. And this is the best return you'll get. Once you learn what's really starting to work for your listing or for your ads, you can duplicate it and then up the budget. So test the waters first and then invest more. And then I would click Save Duration and Ad Budget. And then I'd click Publish Campaign. And that would launch a campaign. I'm going to save this as a draft though. Yes.
What was that thing? What was that thing before, right before you were gonna publish it? I have test the what, I was writing test the waters, then invest more. Then
Oh, test the waters and then invest more into your strategy that you're using. So you're just gonna, once you figure out what's working for an ad, you'd copy it, and I'll show you how to copy it. You come in here, see where it says draft. You'll click these 3 dots and just duplicate campaign. And then you just set the budget differently.
Okay, so all the other parameters are exactly the same audience, same.
Yep. So if you clicked on this duplicate, it would just duplicate it because you figured out what's working for your ad at that point. So you'd keep all the parameters. Yeah.
Is it gonna be for the same property and everything?
Depends if the property's sold or not.
Okay,
But it doesn't have to be. It could be for other properties. I would just switch out the property. You could switch out the property too. Keep the same parameters.
so you duplicate the campaign and then just switch out the stuff after that?
Yep. You just change what you need to change. Yeah. So I click duplicate, duplicate and customize, and it's just going to bring me into, come on. Here's the duplicate coming up now. Maybe. So it's almost the exact same thing. And I would just switch this out as soon as this is done.
Okay,
Come on. It's moving really slowly. I don't know why. Trisha says that's normal.
and then like right before you hit publish,
Mhm.
was there one other step that we had to do between between saving it and publishing it? Is there?
So you're
And-
either going to save as a draft or publish. You won't do both. Yep, only. Yep, publish only when you're ready for it to become live. So here that I would just change this listing now. I don't know, we'll just say this is an Iowa listing. And then you just go through and update what you need to update. Oh, you
Okay.
just update the pictures because this has been taken from the MLS for this Iowa property.
Okay,
And then you'd click publish campaign to launch it.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
This is what your screen will look like when you have completed campaigns or active campaigns or even saved drafts. And you'll be able to see how many leads you get. These came in after I ran. So this part of the specific metrics came in after I ran these ads. So it says I have 0 leads, which is not true. These are the early days. So we got maybe about 7 leads from here, 10 from here, none from here type deal. But we've gotten to a point where one of our agents managed to get 40 leads off of $30
wow.
off of an ad. So that's even less than $1 a lead.
Okay, and then, so you save the Facebook ad. Now what happens if you click save Facebook ad, but you don't click save as draft? Does it go away? I mean,
Yeah, so if you don't click save as draft, it won't be here anymore.
okay,
It'll be gone.
okay. I was a little thrown off because it seems kind of like a
Yeah,
duplicate thing.
there's a lot of save steps in there, but then if you don't save as draft, it's gonna disappear.
Okay,
All right, and that's how you do a Facebook ad.
okay, thank
I
you.
definitely recommend going out there and doing one, start generating leads off of it. Put them on 36 touches, 8x8s. A new lead. No, the lead that comes in off the ad. Yeah. Yep.
What was that, Blake?
Do you have any questions, Deb?
Yeah, what was that about 36 touches and 8x8s? So I put this Facebook ad out,
Uh-huh.
and then what about the 36 touch thing?
You can, so a 36 touch is adding people to an 8x8 and then a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. And that's basically almost 36 touches.
Okay, and can you do that automatically from, like, if somebody fills in their information or something, and then,
That's a good point. So let me go into here. Mhm. Yes, yep. So Trisha was just saying when a lead is created inside from a Facebook ad, it is put into your database and it's tagged with a Facebook lead tag. And what you can do is there is a setting. Where is it? I don't remember where that is. But with that tag, you can automatically create or have a smart plan to automatically put them on that smart plan by having that tag.
okay,
That's going to be more of a smart plan class though.
okay,
And
Okay.
Ginny's going to teach that.
okay,
Mhm.
all right, thank you.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
Okay,
Thanks for
bye.
coming, guys.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Bye.